thought I'd read you one of my dad's favorite books today from when he was a little boy. It's called There Once Was a Puffin. There once was a puffin. Oh, there once was a puffin, just the shape of a muffin, and he lived on an island in the bright blue sea. He ate little fishes that were most delicious, and he had them for supper, and he had them for tea. But this poor little puffin, he couldn't play nothing, for he hadn't anybody to play with at all. So he sat on his island and he cried for a while, and he felt very lonely and he felt very small. Then along came the fishes and they said, "If you wishes, you can have us for playmates instead of for tea." So they now play together in all sorts of weather, and the puffin eats pancakes like you and like me. This next one is called Chipmunk and Chickadee. A chipmunk or a chickadee, which of them would I rather be? Both of the two are small and gay and dash around from day to day. One flicks through the grass with tail held high. One flies in scallops through the sky. One is a fur ball sitting still. One is a feathery ball with bill. One says chip chip, one dee dee dee. I don't know which I'd rather be. This one is called The Proficient Pancake. There once was a pancake cooked in a house, but it hid from the cook, and still as a mouse, it slipped down the steps, it skipped down the walk. It ran, and it didn't stop to talk. It got itself some honey from a honeybee, and butter from a buttercup, and treacle from a tree. It found a little grassy place shaped like a cup, and there it sat down, and it ate itself up. Let's find another one. Ooh, this one's a good one. A stickery prickery porcupine once sat in the top of a tree. The stickery prickery porcupine, he said to himself, said he, I often wonder how I would look, and I wonder what I would be, if I didn't have all these stickery quills and wasn't so pricky to see. The stickery prickery porcupine, he laughed till he shook in the tree. And he threw away quills, and he threw away quills, till he didn't have any to see. He slid down the trunk and looked in a brook, and he said to himself with glee, I'm not a stickery porcupine now, and people can ask me to tea. I look like a rabbit, he said with pride, and he tried to hop like one. A rabbit without ears, of course, but they'll think that's just in fun. For ears on a rabbit are only a habit and not at all necessary. Then he hurried on till he came to a place where the rabbits liked to be. The rabbits all stared at the porcupine, who did look chilly that day, and they whispered and pointed their paws in a most discourteous way. And they said, oh, look at the porcupine. What is he trying to be? He looks like a stump worn down to a bump, or a mammoth gooseberry. The porcupine gave them a withering look, and he turned with dignity. The porcupine left those rabbits there and went right back to his tree. He picked up his quills and stuck them in, and he said to himself, said he, I'm a stickery prickery porcupine, and that's what I like to be. find another good one. I think you'll like this one. Persimmon and the Coal Truck. Persimmon was a kitten cat. Persimmon was small. Persimmon saw a coal truck standing by a wall. Persimmon walked around it. He said, "Look at that. Just the thing to carry a small kitten cat." He clambered up the coal truck. He climbed into the seat and pulled on the driver's cap. Rather black, but neat. He pushed at the brakes and the truck rolled away. Down the hill it rumbled. Persimmon cried, "Hooray!" The driver of the coal truck came running with a pole. "Help, there's someone stealing my coal!" "Help, there's someone stealing my truck!" Persimmon went faster. He said, "What luck!" "Help!" cried the coal man. "Call a motor cop! Call the policeman! Tell him to stop!" Woo! Went the motor cops. Whang! Went the gong. All the fire department came whizzing along. Trump! Went the policeman, marching 2 by 2. "Whee!" said Persimmon. "What had I better do?" Persimmon stopped the coal truck and left it by a wall. Persimmon was a kitten cat. Persimmon was small. He took off the driver's cap. He made his whiskers neat. Persimmon left the truck there and walked on his feet. And nobody saw him, and no one ever knew. Persimmon drove a coal truck, except me and you. And the last one is I Like Puffins. I do like puffins. I like books and I like bees. I like swings and apple trees. I like peppermints and pups, bonfire smell and crocus cups, tigers when they are at rest, but my puffins are the best. I like dragonflies of blue, seahorses and railroads too, deep snow drifts and pumpkin pie, ruddy ducks and sunset sky. Music out of doors is fine, so are thunderstorms and pine. But I do like puffins so. I do like puffins. See the little puffin there?